Flosstube. Hi friends, it's nice to see you. I'm Sandy and this is my channel Stitching with Sandy. Welcome. Today I'm celebrating 1 year on Flosstube. Woohoo! I'm excited. Honestly, when my daughters kept pushing me to do this, I didn't think it was something that I would be able to continue with or that I would be able to manage with my busy schedule. But here I am 1 year later to the day, and I'm still doing it. So I'm excited. Today is November 7th, Monday, 2022, and it's 1 year. So I'm going to go through my Flosstube, and at the end I have a few questions for you as a reflection on this year. I hope you all had a good week, 2 weeks. I would have filmed yesterday, but I wanted to wait till my anniversary. I thought that would be fun. It's been busy. I feel like I've been running around like a turkey with its head chopped off, but let's not get any graphic pictures. The last time since I saw you in Kinderland, we had our pumpkin patch. And that's a very special day for our students because kindergarten doesn't get to earn special awards and go on stage every Friday like the other grades do. So we try to make some special events throughout the year, just kindergarten related, so that they can be a part of it and we can celebrate them. So on Friday, it was our costume. It's called a storybook character day. So we dress up in something that you wear out of a book. And so my team dressed up like Where's Waldo, and that was advised by our principal. So the entire staff was dressed up like Where's Waldo. If I can find a picture, I will fit it in here. But we dress up, the students dressed up in different characters from storybooks, and then what we do is we let them parade around the playground in their costumes for their parents. And we go class by class and we cheer each other on, and they get to feel special for that short minute of going around listening to everyone cheer them. It's so much fun. And then after that, we come back in the classroom, say goodbye to parents, take pictures, of course, and then get ready for our pumpkin patch. And our pumpkin patch, we decided, since we don't get to go on field trips, that we would bring a pumpkin patch to our school. So all of us teachers got together and we created different stations for the kids to go to. And then we asked the parents to send in a pumpkin that a child could carry. So it's usually one of those small pumpkins that you can bake pumpkin pie with. So we asked them to donate those. They don't label them. And then we have parents come in a little bit before to go put all of the pumpkins out in the grass field in our playground. And then each station, the kids rotate around, and when they get to the pumpkin patch, they get to pick out their own pumpkin, and then we label it and they get to take it home. So it's very exciting. We played things like cornhole and eyeball. We were playing eyeball races. So you had to put on a spoon, it's a little plastic ball that looks like an eyeball, but it's actually like a ping pong ball. And they have to race carrying it back and forth and in and out of an obstacle course without dropping it. So we did that. We got to do a mini cakewalk, and so they win prizes when their number's called. And at the end, they all get to eat a mini cupcake. We did a ring toss. We did pumpkin roll races. That was the one I'm in charge of. And that's my favorite center because you get these big, great pumpkins and they have to race. So we had 6 rows of kids because our classes are so big this year. And they had to roll down to the cone and back. And it's funny because they go all wonky because of the bumps in the pumpkin. So it's hilarious to watch. Sometimes the kids roll over with it. And it gives us adults a little bit of laughs, but the kids have fun doing it. So it's a great time. And then when we go to the pumpkin patch, after we pick our pumpkin, we get to dance to Halloween music. And so that was fun. And I think that's all the centers. I could be missing one, but we did all of those. And when we get all done, of course, the kids are wiped out. But we had a birthday. So we went in my classroom and had more cupcakes and cookies and juice, saying happy birthday. And then they went all sugar-high up home with their parents. So it was a crazy day because we do have the PM students come in the AM. So we have all 32 all morning, but it's a lot of fun and the kids look forward to it. And we did it on Friday before Halloween. And then on Halloween day, we did not dress up or do anything Halloween. related because we want to keep the kids calm because they're already rallied up because they know they're going trick-or-treating that night. So that was a lot of fun. The next thing that I did is last Thursday, we normally have our Stitchy Week on Thursday nights at Panera Bread, and we decided that we were going to have a Friendsgiving. So we decided that for Friendsgiving, one of our friends in our group hosted it at her house, and her name is Kim Goldman, and she is the Contented Stitcher. And the funny part about this is we had the event and we forgot to take pictures of the food that we brought and the company that we kept, because Kim has the most amazing home. She has a special room, which is her stitching room, which she films out of. So if you're not watching her YouTube, you should check it out. Her room is covered from floor to ceiling, wall to wall, is covered in beautiful stitching. And so I have some stitching to share with you here. So, do you see why I got so amazed with all of her beautiful work and then forgot to take photos of our group? There was 7 of us. One of our friends wasn't able to make it. She's caring for her father right now. But there were 7 of us that went, and we had things like corn casserole, sweet potato casserole. Kim brought chicken pot pies from Costco. Those were delicious. We had some baked rolls, I think there was some pecan bread or pecan pie. I don't know. I didn't have that one. Trying to think what else. I'm sure there's more that I'm forgetting. I can't remember. Oh, we had some veggies. There was a veggie tray. I don't remember what else. I brought a pumpkin pie cheesecake, and it was delicious. And of course, every year when I make them in the month of November, I have to make them for my family. So when I go to an event, they always ask me to make an extra one because they don't want to be left out. So they ate while we were over there eating. It was a lot of fun. We got to get to know each other a little bit better. And just hang out, and it was really wonderful, and I'm looking forward to next year, and hopefully it'll be bigger. I'm not sure if we'll host it there again, but we're so grateful that Kim hosted it there. She's a graceful, words are hard. She's a gracious host, and it was so nice to spend some time with her and see her home and meet her husband. So Kim, if you're watching, thank you. And all my Stitchy friends, I'm so glad you came. All right, so that brings me to FFOs. All right, sorry, I wanted to pause, being that it's my 1-year anniversary, and she has an update. So I thought I would invite her, so I paused it to go get her and bring her in. So we're gonna go over FFOs. So the first FFOs that I did, if you like these, you can find them on Samplers and Santas. It's a blog and I'll link it below, but they have free patterns. And I was browsing, somebody once mentioned this website and I was browsing her website. I don't remember what I was looking for, but I clicked on Pears and she had some Pear designs and they're freebies. And so I decided to give it a try. They stitch up within an hour and a half. That's how fast I stitch them. And I stitched them in some flosses from, let me grab it, from, whoops, so sorry. Okay, so my friend PJ, hi PJ, she gave me, she had gone to a retreat, and when she got back, she was starting organizing some of her cross-stitch materials, and she gave me, it said, asked me if I had this, and I hadn't purchased it yet, but I was planning on it because I liked the Tiny Modernist pattern. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So she had these, here we go. All right, sorry, I was trying to figure out, oh, cottage garden threads. So this is the thread kit with these beautiful cottage garden threads. Okay, there's this one, it's called Dandelion and Terracotta, so pretty. It's like a rusty orange color. And then Spruce, beautiful green, and Golden Goalie, and it's almost like a combination of all three colors. And it comes as a set, and there was, I believe, 25 different designers that created patterns specifically for these floss colors. And I had been wanting to get them, but I hadn't purchased them yet. I know that I really like the Tiny Modernist pattern, and that was the one that I was planning on getting with them. And then PJ surprised me and said I could have this set. So I have the pattern on order. Of course, it's not here yet. So I decided that I wanted to do something fun. So I downloaded, there's actually 3 pairs that I wanted to do for Thanksgiving, for the Thanksgiving month. They're called Sampler Pair 1, Sampler Pair 2, and Sampler Pair 3. And I'll flash it really quick because it is a freebie, but I'd like you to go check it out and check out her blog. She's got a lot of great things to share. But here's one, Alphabet 2 is like a little pattern. You're gonna see it in a minute. And then 3 is a little bit bigger one, and I plan on doing that one later. And that one's more of a sampler one as well. So let me show you mine. And then when I was, okay, so I finished them. And when I was finishing them, they're a lot smaller than I thought they were gonna be. And one of them I sewed all the way around it, except for like, I thought I did about 1.5 inches. Well, by the time I flipped it around, or tried to flip it around, only my pinky very fit in the hole. So it was very hard to switch. So on the second one, I made sure to be very careful about that. So then I finished sewing them together, and then I asked my family, what did they think? And they said it looked like the little paddle you use on the Ouija board game. That is not what I was going for. I was going for a pair. So I added a little bit of pom-poms, and then I trimmed a couple of twigs off of my peach tree and made a stem. And
Wait, that's from the peach tree?
Yes, and I think they look like pears now. So here is sampler pair number 1. This is it. It's so cute. And this one stitched up 1 hour and 15 minutes. That was pretty fast. So this is one, I love it. And then this one was my favorite. It really shows off those flosses. And this is sampler pair number 2. So pretty. So this one, I used the full variegated floss. This one, I used the 3 colors, and the pattern has called for colors, but I decided to change them out. So I looked at what colors they were, and I changed them to this. So I'm really happy with how they turned out. They're stitched on 32 count Milan linen, and I didn't think they were gonna be this small. So maybe in the future I'll do some more on some 28 count, make it a little bit larger. The next one's a little bit taller, so you can see this one's a little bit bigger than this one. The other one's gonna be a little bit bigger. It'll be a nice trio to add to my dough bowl. And they have one that's Christmas. I think I'm gonna go on and stitch that one too. But she has a bunch of them for different holidays, so check them out. A lot of fun. Our next one, in which why Cassandra is here, is I told Cassandra. Now Halloween was on a Monday, and a couple days prior to the weekend, we were home, and I said, you know, you need to get that piece finished because Halloween's here, and we have other things that we're planning on doing together, so you need to get it done. So I told her, you are on cross-stitch duty, 1 hour every day, right?
Yeah.
And poor thing, she worked really hard the first day, and the second day she was she made it onto the theater play that they're going to do. She auditioned. It's Willy Wonka, right?
Yeah.
And she's super excited. She ended up with how many parts?
4.
Can you tell the audience what parts you got?
I got Oompa Loompas, Candy Kids, Cooks, and Squirrels.
And squirrels. I can't wait to see that costume. So she had to practice one of the nights from after school till 5 o'clock. So she came home and she had a ton of homework because it's also the end of their grading period. So she was trying to get it all finished to turn in. And in the middle of it, she says, Mom, I don't think I'm going to do an hour on my work tonight for stitching. And I told her, that's okay because we didn't have school on Friday. So you can make it up then. So on Friday, she actually stitched an hour in the morning, an hour midday, and she came back in the evening, stitched some more, and then Saturday she finished it. So what am I talking about? Let me grab the pattern. Our friend PJ gave us the pattern when she found out that Cassandra's favorite color is purple. She gave us this pattern, and it's called Purple Pumpkin Patch by Scissortail Designs. And when PJ took a picture of it and said, hey, do you have this pattern? I know your daughter loves purple. And I said, no, I do not have that pattern. And she said, okay, I'm going to send it to you. And I showed the picture to Cassandra, and she said, I think I'll do this one. And I was like, yes, because I really wanted to do this one. Until the pattern arrived. And then she said, I think I want to do this one. So this one became mine. So we went to Hobby Lobby, and Cassandra picked out, we didn't care for the brown on this. We wanted to do it more of a light gray. So we picked out an Icelandic gray, 14 count Aida, and we got to work, and each one of us stitched on it. So let me share our finish. You can go first.
Okay, so this is mine. I did a few color changes on them, but I think it looks...
How did you change it, Cassandra?
Okay, so for the boo, I switched the border. It was black, and then the boo was orange, and I changed it to a purple border and a black boo. So then I had to switch these 2 pumpkins, and then I switched the colors on the leaves, and yeah, that's it. And then
I love that you did black for a boo. I think it balances out the crow on the top. So you have dark black down here and dark up here. I think it balances. And then we finished it with chenille. This is Licorice Chenille by Lady Dot Creates. And then we did a polka dot on the back. And then here's mine. And the only thing I had to change was the original pattern had a different date. I think it was 2021, so I just made the 2 look like this too. But otherwise, I did what was called for. I love it. It turned out really great. I finished it the same way. And so now we have a project that we did together. So every time we get it out each year, we'll be able to remember that. And one day when I'm long gone, hopefully that's a long, long ways away, I can then have Cassandra can keep this, and she'll remember our moment that we got to stitch together, right?
Yeah.
Don't put it at a thrift store, please.
I won't.
All right, so we've decided, since that stitch along went so well, we actually kind of decided middle of stitching it. Frosted Pumpkin came out with a mystery holiday ornament snow globe ornament collection club. So you signed up, you don't really know, they only give you a sneak peek of one of the ornaments, And then I believe there's 5. Is there 5, 6?
5.
Five altogether. One's released each month. And so we've received 3. The next one should be coming out, I think, next week or maybe this week. And so out of the ones that we have, since we finished the purple pumpkin patch, I told Cassandra we got to get started on our ornaments. So I let her pick out her ornament. And what did you choose?
I chose the penguin.
Hold it a little closer. All right, and we're going to be doing it on perforated paper, 14 count, which will be first timer for Cassandra. Yeah. She's moving up in the world. And I chose the reindeer, and this is the reindeer. So cute. I love it. I believe it's Rudolph, and then you can see Santa flying over the village with Rudolph. There's also a fox. We'll probably do the other ornaments too, but in the meantime, I told her to go ahead and pick one, and that way we can pull our colors and get started on that because Christmas will be here before we know it. And it'll be fun to have, I give the kids ornaments. It'll be fun to have her put her own ornament on the tree this year and have the memory of making it as well. And how we're gonna finish it, I have no idea. That will come, we'll figure it out eventually. We usually collaborate last time we did ruching around the edges on our pillows. So this time we did chenille. I'm thinking we might be able to find a wood backer for these, but I don't know until I find it. So we'll see. So those are my FFOs today. Thank you, Cassandra, for visiting. I'm so glad you're here, and I'll be right back. All right, sorry, I did have one more FFO. The costume party by Hands On Design. I finished it the night before Halloween. I had it FFO'd and ready to go for Halloween. So next year I'll be able to have it out all year long, but I love how it turned out and it was such a fun stitch. So it stitched on, if you were looking at in the beginning, it stitched on 32 count Stormy Night. Stormy Night, I believe Stormy Night. And I really enjoyed stitching it. I love all of Kathy Haberman's design, so it was really easy to stitch. It was a lot of fun. Not a big pattern, but a lot of detail in that pattern, which is amazing. All right, so that brings me to my previous giveaways. So last time on my Flosstube, I had 4 giveaways, and I have pulled the names, so let's see who won. All right, so the first thing was by JBW Designs, Little Green Sleds. That's this pattern right here. And the keyword was stocking, and the winner is Julie McLean, MacLean. And Julie, just email me. My email's in the description box below. Sorry. And you can also find me on Instagram and message me there. I'm so sorry. I had a very bad coughing attack, so I had to get some water. So I apologize. So again, that was the Green Sleds, Julie McLean. Email me below. My email is in the description box below. Please make sure that you're aware that I have an 8 after my name. And if you want, you can also email me or message me on Instagram. That's also below. And I'll get this out to you. You're going to send me your address, and I will put it out as quickly as I hear from you. Sorry. Next up was JBW Candy Cane Pockets. And this one, the winner is, the keyword was skating, and the winner is Val. Val, also, please email me and I'll send this out to you. Congratulations. It's one of those things that you feel like the more you talk, the closer you are to a cough. I'm so sorry. All right, the next one is Snowman Button Sampler by Homespun Elegance. I've stitched this one. I did it on a blue. I wanted to brighten it up a little bit. This one, the keyword was button, and the winner is Judy Raderink. I'm not sure. Raterink. Congratulations, Judy. And the next one was this beautiful cross stitch clutch or cross stitch case, I believe she called it. It's for your floss. When you open the steps, and you can put your needle here, hold your floss here, close it up. It has a really cute snowflake. Let's see if you can find it. A snowflake charm on the zipper. When you open the zipper, you have the front vinyl bag and another pocket right behind it. This is so beautiful. Whitney made it for me and one of you. So the winner of this one, the keyword was snowflake. And the winner of this one is the Happy Stitcher. Congratulations, everyone. Glad you had your, I'm happy that I can pass these on to you. Please make sure you email me. Congratulations and thanks for supporting my channel. All right, next up, we have my whips. So I'm working on a stitch for Twin Peak Primitive, and I'm working a lot on it. It's a big piece, but it's so gorgeous. I can't wait until it's released and that I can show you it once it's released. It's really pretty. So I've been doing a lot of stitching on that. I worked on the pears and the piece with Cassandra, and those became finishes. But I am also working on Christmas Rules by Primrose Cottage Stitches. I am part of the, I joined the Corn Husk State Stitchers. I joined their SAL. They broke it up. This is the pattern. They broke it up over different sections with enough time for us to be done in time for Christmas. So I started, the second piece has started Saturday. I haven't started yet. I will probably start this evening, but I did get the first piece done. I have until Saturday to get the second one done, so that'll be easy. I love it. I am stitching it on a 32 count Milan linen. I know that it sounds like I'm using that piece a lot, but it was really fun because all of that stuff that I brought home from our stitch retreat, one of the bags that had fabric in it, this was stuck inside. There was a whole quarter of a yard. I was like, wow, that's a lot. So I cut it up and used a zigzag stitch all the way around so it won't fray. And it's the perfect neutral. And I like to have my Christmas stitching warm feeling. So I didn't want to do it like this one in that grayish color. I wanted to make it feel a little bit warmer. So I chose this one instead. And so there's that. I'm using all the called for colors. I didn't make any changes, but it's beautiful. It's a beautiful pattern, and it stitches really quick. And stitching using my own project bag. I was so excited to be able to get the Christmas ones out. I made them so early, and so then I was anxious to use them. The next piece, my friends in my stitching group, not all of them, but some of them, a lot of us went to the Wear It Well class for hands-on design, and while we were there, we purchased this pattern, and I think last time I didn't have it with me to show you. So it's called Stitch Some Happy. This is the pattern by Hands-On Design, and we decided that we were going to all stitch it, and when we got back we showed our other friends in our group what we were doing in case they wanted to join us, and each one of us are stitching it extremely different. I think maybe one person might be using call for colors, but I feel like she even changed them and brightened up the colors a little bit. And then we're all using different fabrics. So let me show you my version. What I did was I wanted to make mine, I wanted to stitch it on a black, and I wanted to use my favorite color, which is green. So let me show you. Here is my start, and we're stitching, we each are probably stitching only one day a week. Others might do a few more, but we get together every Thursday. So our plan was that each Thursday we would bring it and work on it, or bring and share our progress, either way. So that way, if they had time during the week and wanted to work on it, they can work on it at home and then just bring and show their progress until we're done. So here's mine. Oops, sorry. So I'm stitching it on Picture This Plus, and I believe it's, let's see, 28 count, and it's supposed to be dusk. However, I must say that my friend Barbara, when she ordered some fabric for another piece that her and I are stitching, she ordered it and hers had a different label. So I kind of feel like mine might be wrong, labeled wrong, only because I had ordered a piece for another pattern and I thought it was a dark gray. And then this is what came. And it's more of a black. There's kind of little hints of green in the color, but, and then her fabric that was labeled the other way was the exact same color. You put them side by side, same fabric. So I feel like mine's probably mislabeled because the thumbnail looked gray. It did not look like this. But that's okay. I was able to switch out and get something else and stitch this. So I got the word stitch finished, except for there is like a highlighting stitch that goes all the way around behind it. Haven't done that yet. And I did the H. And my color choices, what I did is I went through and looked at the, oops, I want to show you the pattern. Looked at the called for colors and then decided how many greens I would need. And so it stitches out the word happy, so you needed a color for each of those. She has it designed with 5 different colors that spell out happy, but I decided to do 4, and I'll show you why. So I'm stitching the white is Snowball. I just happen to have it Classic Colorworks. And then, let me get them because they're kind of messy. I'm stitching these colors, shades of green. The fun part is when you're in a floss club, which I am through Fat Quarter Shop, they sent a bunch of greens at one time. And so that was perfect because it's my favorite color. So what I did was I chose, bring my palette up here, these different greens. Whoops, I'm dropping one. Clumsy, clumsy. All right. So these are my colors. And what I'm going to do is for the greens, I have 3 dark greens. So just imagine the word happy. They will each, it'll be like H was this color. Oh, sorry. H was Little Sprout. Then the A will be dandelion stem, which is a light green. And then the next color, so the first P will be steamed broccoli, and the second P I will use dandelion stem again, and then the Y will be desert mesquite. So those are my colors, and I think they're really gonna pop on the color, on the fabric. So here they are. I love them. I think they're gonna look so pretty. The only one I'm worried about is the dandelion stem, because I'm hoping that when I stitch it on the fabric, it looks different than the white, but we'll see. Of course, we can always switch them out if it doesn't work. I think all of us stitchers do that. You try something and then if it doesn't work, you can just switch it out. That's the best part. So that is where I am on that. I have not stitched on it this week, so I need to do a little work on it before Thursday, or else I may just take it with me and work on Thursday when we get together. And those are my whips, other than the one I'm working on, Twin Peak Primitive, so I can't show you that one. All right, so update on the Christmas ornament swap. I sent out everybody's person that you're going to be stitching and sending to. Those went out today, so if you hadn't seen it yet, look for my email. If you don't find it, look in your spam box. If you still don't find it, contact me and let me know so that I can make sure I get the information out to you. What I have is the mailing date will be December 1st. So you'll want to make sure that you get your ornament out on time, because we want to make sure that we get it in time to be able to hang it on our trees. Make sure that way before you send it, take a picture of it. Take a picture of it, the ornament that you receive, and send them to me. This helps me keep track of where the ornaments are, if they've been mailed yet, if they've been made, if you got yours, if you didn't get yours. I do try to check in. If somebody hasn't received theirs, I'll check in with their partner just to make sure that everything's okay. And this time I ended up having 2 partners. because we had one person out of the country, which is fine, but I forgot to ask if anybody was interested in sending out of the country. And the amount of people that were participating without counting me was even. And of course, I want to do it too. So I'm sending to 2 people. So if you see when they come in, if I share that I got 2 or that I sent 2, that's why. I'm not picking favorites or anything, but I wanted to make sure I got to participate, and that was the only way I could make sure that it was fair, that everyone had a partner. So I can't wait to see how everybody's ornaments turn out. It's exciting. All right, so that brings me to haul. And haul, I have like a mishmash of things. Do you ever go down that road where you see a designer piece and then you go on, like I go to 123 Stitch and I click on the search through designer, and then I get on one designer and I'm like, oh, I like that, and I like that, and I like that. Yes, well, I did that this time. And it was kind of led by, I had won a giveaway from Once Upon a Stitch, and it was by Waxing Moon. And I don't have any pieces by Waxing Moon. So, of course, when I won that one, it led to another pattern, another pattern. Before I knew it, I purchased quite a bit. So, let me share what I got. I did get this pattern. This just came in. It's too late for Halloween this year, but it's early for Halloween next year. And that is 13 Spooky Smalls by Primrose Cottage Stitches. It's a really great booklet, and there's so many things in here to stitch. So next year I should have a bunch more finishes. All right, and then I got Alice's Winter Wonderland by Little House Needleworks. That's this one. Sorry about the glare. It has just 3 houses, but I think it's cute, so I can't wait to stitch it. And then I got December Quaker by From the Heart Needle Art. I love those colors. They're so pretty. They're cherry cobbler and steamed broccoli, and I love those. They're beautiful. 2 of my favorite colors. Then I did an order at Fat Quarter Shop, and if you spent a certain amount, I think it was $30, you got Prim and Proper free. And so I said, of course I'll spend $30, no problem. And so I got this, and it's cute. It's by Lori Holt, and it's the quilt patterns that goes along with the cross stitch ones that she had designed and put out a while ago. The cross stitch pattern looks like this. So I was excited to see that I was able to get it. And I had also won a giveaway through Annie from the Proper Stitcher, and I won her book, Lori Holt's Scrappiness is Happiness. That just came in the mail too. So hopefully over Christmas break, I am going to be able to make a new quilt or maybe a table runner. I don't know, we'll see. Big plans. We'll see if they come true. I don't know. You know, sometimes I get intimidated when I actually look at it, but we'll see. So the next one I got was by Country Cottage Needleworks, Waiting for Santa. I thought this was so cute. The little kids waiting, and the pets too. I'll probably adjust it if I make it and add a cat or 2, and I might change it and put the twins, Marissa and Cassandra, in the windows. I haven't decided yet, but I do think this is very cute. I wish I could fit all 5 of my kids, but maybe I can adjust and put some on the outside. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Then I got Little House Needleworks Winter Petites. I love these petites. I'm assuming, and I could be wrong, but they did Thanksgiving and then they did autumn. So this is winter, so I'm thinking Christmas might be coming out. I don't know. We'll see if it is. Of course, I'm on that road and have to get it. Okay, Waxy Moon. So I wasn't too bad. Only 4, but they are. I got Christmas House Trios. Somebody, I can't remember who stitched some of these, but I don't know if they were Christmas or autumn. They might have been autumn, but they look so pretty, and that made me want to buy them. And so then I got the Winter House Trios. And I was thinking it would be fun to make a long row of these. So I might do that. I might make it like a long row. We'll see. And then I liked these ones from What They Say. So this one's called the monthly sampler. It's for December, and it says frosty days and ice-stilled nights, fir trees trimmed with tiny lights, a cozy fire in the hearth, snowflakes gently drifting to earth. And this is the sampler. And I just thought that was so pretty. I'm so jealous of people who have snow every year. I'm sure it has its downside, but when you don't have snow ever, it makes you wish you had it. You always want what you don't have, I think. And then this one's called Search the Sky. And it says, may you never be too grown up to search the sky on Christmas Eve. And I thought that was so cute. I think I probably will make changes. I like the darker fabric, but I feel like the wording gets lost in there. So I'll probably change the wording and the color of the wording and maybe some of the green. Or maybe it'll just be the fabric that's all I need to change. I don't know. But I really did like those, and you know, you dream to stitch everything. Don't know if I'll get them all finished this year, but when I do decide to stitch them, I have them. So that makes me happy. All right, so that's my haul. I have more coming, so don't worry. There will be more haul. Next up, just checking my notes. Okay. Happy Mail. So I give these giveaways and I collect them over time from different people that give me patterns, from patterns I stitch. And I had sent out a pattern to one of my Flosstubers who won, and it had sunflowers, and she was super excited to get it. And she sends me back a card and something else I'll show you. So here's her beautiful card, and this is from Vicki Kennedy. Vicki, thank you so much. It was so not necessary, but I truly appreciate it. But she made me this cute little Christmas ornament. Isn't that the sweetest thing? I just adore it. It's so cute. So I already have my first ornament for the tree this year. So thank you, Vicki. That was very sweet. And what a nice surprise. When my husband comes in with the mail, sometimes he picks up the mail for me and he comes in. And most of the time, if I've ordered something, I know I have something coming. But I had already received everything, so this was a big surprise. And it's so much more fun to open that than junk mail. All right, so what are my plans? My plans is, since it's November and I don't have a lot of Thanksgiving things stitched, I would like to get a few things done. So I could be biting off more than I can chew. Wouldn't be the first time, but I did pick out some patterns that I want to work on this month. And hopefully I'll get a couple of them done. We'll see. The first one, this one I think I can get done pretty quick, is Thankful by Primrose Cottage stitches. So that will make a cute little pillow. I need to pump up my smalls. I don't have enough in my dough bowl. I did crochet. You'll see in my opener I crocheted a bunch of pumpkins one year, but I would like to have some cross stitch pieces in there too. And then I want to do Celebrate Harvest by Brenda Gervais. This was that pattern that I picked up from the freebie table at the retreat. And I have the colors on order because I didn't have the floss. Then I want to do Autumn Gatherings. I thought this was cute. I like the shape. It's shaped like the basket. That's cute. This is also by Brenda Gervais. And the colors were ordered for that one. And then this one is one that my friend Melissa gave me. She bought 3. She ordered it 3 times. So she said this year at Thanksgiving time, she and I and our friend Barbara, because that's who she gave the other one to, should do a stitch along. So Melissa, if you're watching, I hadn't forgotten. She gave me Thankful Quaker, and I ordered the floss. It should be here soon, and as soon as it gets here, I'm going to start it. If I finish it, wonderful. If I don't, I have one started for next year. So Melissa and Barbara, let's get going. All right, so that brings me to my new giveaways. So I'm going to share those with you, and then I have a question for you for the day. If you're going to enter my giveaway, you must be 18 years old so that I can ask you for your address. And it's okay if you live out of the country. I don't mind sending my patterns off somewhere else. That's fine. And you need to use the keyword and you need to answer the question. Okay, so please don't leave a comment with just the keywords and that's all. I would like you to answer the question. I like the communication that we get. I look forward to reading them, and I read every single one and try to respond to every single one, even if I just say thank you for watching my channel, or I make a comment on something you say. I do comment on every single one, and I look so forward to chatting with you through those messages. All right, so my giveaways this time are all right, planning ahead for the new year. I'm offering up Country Cottage Needleworks January Cottage. This is it. I stitched this one a couple years ago. So if you're interested in that one, please use the keyword snow. Snow, because that's what I'm always wishing for, snow. All right, the next one is by Little House Needleworks. And because it's the month to be sharing what you're grateful for, I am sharing Little Sheep Virtues, and this one is gratitude. There is not a button inside because I did stitch this, so I used it, but the pattern is there and it's like brand new. I always make a working copy so that I don't mess up my original. Plus I'm super clumsy, and sometimes like today at school, I spill my coffee all over everything and have to throw it away. Yes, that did happen. So when that happened, the student said, what are we gonna do? Because I spilled it over their practice sheet for the word go, because we're working on the sight word go. And I said, that's okay, we have enough for your group. Now I'll have to go copy it at recess for the afternoon. We've got this. We never let stress. And then this pattern is from my friend Kim. Kimberly, sorry, there's a Kim and a Kimberly. This one's from Kimberly. She said she purchased it twice and offered to share it on my channel with one of you. So I am talking about month to month, November. So if you have not already purchased this and would like to stitch it up, the keyword is wagon. And I picked that because of this cute little wagon down here with the leaves in it. So the word is wagon. Okay, so remember you need to be 18 years old and use that keyword. And then the question of the day. So it's been 1 year. I've learned a lot. I go back and look at my first few floss tubes, and obviously I was not tech savvy, so the sound was terrible. I know the lighting's not always that great, and sometimes my voice would go up and down in between smashing all the videos together. So I've learned a lot about editing and how to do that. I try to put on, in the beginning, my opener, I always include some of my previous stitches, so that way you can see them. And then what I've recently finished. And then that way, if I don't hold it up long enough, you get to see it. And I like to talk about it. But if you ever see in the opener a pattern that you liked, make sure that you message below and ask me what it is. I know all of them most of the time, and I could share that with you. But so that brings me to my question of the day. So I have two things. It's been a year. So if you've been watching me for this whole year, thank you so much for following and supporting me. It really means a lot to me, especially when I was it took me several months to agree with my daughters to do this. And so finally doing it and having such a wonderful experience. I have met so many people virtually and in person, and everyone is so kind. It's made me have something wonderful to look forward to. And I enjoy sharing what I love with you. And I love hearing what you're doing, and I love doing the swaps because the swaps let me share what you're doing with others, and it's so fun, and it's such an exciting feeling to open up something and get a stitchy present from someone that they worked to make just for you. So those are things that I've really liked about doing this floss tube, but I do have some questions. My first one is, in the next year, what would you like to see me add to the channel? Like, is there something that you're like, well, I see other other floss tubers do A, B, or C. Maybe you should try it. So give me suggestions if there's something. I all I can do, the worst thing is say, oh no, that's not for me. Or, sure, that's a great idea. I never thought of that. So if you have any ideas, share that with me. And my other question is, if you are just loving the channel and you don't really have any suggestions, is there something about me you would like to know? I did share a lot about myself in my first Flosstube video. If you can get through the sound issues, you can go back and check it out. But I'm happy to go over anything about myself. I'm an open book. I don't really have any secrets. And I would love to answer those questions too. And I think what I'm going to do is if I get a lot of suggestions and questions, I will save them for the next channel and share some of them with you on the video. But so if you have ideas, please share them. If not, then I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing, and hopefully you'll stick around and watch and share my name so that others can come. If you like what you see, you can always click the like button. If you want to get notified when I give a video, I try to stick to every 2 weeks. Occasionally I'll go 3 weeks, but it's 26 videos, so I did do approximately in 52 weeks. I did approximately every 2 weeks, so that worked out nicely. But if you like what you see and you want to be notified, click the bell. There's 3 choices when you click the bell. If you click all, it will notify you anytime I post a video. So that way you can come back and see. And also one more thing, on my giveaways, I don't post in the comments if you won. I say them on my channel, and anyone who's wondering why I do that is because I really hope that if you're wanting to win one of my giveaways, that you're going to come back and see me again and hear your name called. So that's why I don't, but because we want to keep our subscribers happy and coming back. So that's my channel for today. So until I see you next time, be courageous because we always have speed bumps along the way. Be confident because you are strong and can handle anything even when you think you can't. Be creative because creativity sparks brain cells, and we need all of our brain cells to get to new levels of learning and thinking. And so we can always learn something new, and creativity sparks that imagination, which sparks our brain a lot. So be creative. You can do that in your stitching by changing colors. You can do that in your daily life by making mini goals for yourself. And be creative about them. They don't have to be huge. They can be small, attainable goals. And lastly, be kind, because in a world that we live in, kindness really matters, and you never know what someone's going through. So being kind gives that person a little lift in their day. I hope that you've enjoyed this floss tube, and I will see you next time. Bye.